Hello, my lovely Aquariuses. Welcome to your racy card reading. I know I haven't done them in a while. So I thought, okay, as people are asking, I will do them today. I haven't been well, so I haven't been posting that much. But I'm on the mend. Thank you for all those who was asking. And of course, if you're new to our soul family, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We have love yourself first, Aquarius. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. I feel like you're just too busy loving everybody else, you know. I remember the last reading, it was like, don't build a bear, right? Those of you who know. Yeah, love yourself first. All that love and energy that you're putting out to everybody else, just imagine if somebody put that love and energy into you, where you would be, how you would feel. Well, now that somebody who could put that love into you could very well be you, okay? Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive there. Let's see. Oops. Somebody wants to give a relationship a chance, that jumping out. It's okay, let's see. I also saw this could be the one. So somebody is definitely looking backwards, whether it's you or, you know, an ex of yours. Codependency, but addictions are affecting your romantic life. You know, I often say this to people, and I said at the beginning of 2020, we're going to have to be accountable for our actions in 2020. And it's not a negative thing, although a lot of people thought it was. I feel like Aquarius, if you're being accountable for your actions, but you're around people who aren't, it's kind of like a catch-22 for you guys. You need to know your worth and kick them out if they're not. Don't hold on to them for the wrong reasons. It could be addictions are affecting your romantic life, whether addictions can be smoking, substances, drinking, gaming, gambling, right? You'll know what it is for you that's affecting you from meeting somebody. It may be that you are maybe addicted to helping everybody else and not yourself. We've just got to be honest with ourselves, right? And then we can move forward and heal it. The downloaded message today is take into account great love, success involves risk, okay? Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So it could be that you're dealing with somebody here who has a very high ego. It could be you, Aquarius. Again, going back to that being accountable for our actions. I know some people don't like to hear it, but I'm here for the truth. I'm here for the healing. I'm here for the triggering, because a healer is not somebody who you go to and heals you. They trigger that healing within you. So if I'm saying something you don't like, it's triggering you, and it's asking you to look at, okay, what's upsetting you? You know, honestly have this conversation even with yourself, right? And honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Tell each other, you know, this is what I want. This is what I expect out of a relationship, out of life. This is where people are going wrong. They think if I just keep quiet, we can sort of mosey along into it. And then people are going along with different views in their mind. Somebody is coming forward to have this conversation, but I'm a little bit scared of that codependency, that you might let them get away with something. Not because you're a bad person, it's because you're too good of a person, you know, and you just want the same love that you're giving out. You want to be treated just the way you're treating other people. And I just believe that that goodness that's within you, you may feel like it's within them, and it just might not be. King of Wands here. Yeah, I definitely feel like there's this passion, this romance coming your way. If you're not already in a relationship, you need to talk about these things, okay? I believe there's a lot more love in this relationship or between this connection than is being said. It might be that they come around and be quite passionate and leave. But here I feel like there's a lot more to this connection than's being said, okay? You may want a lot more from a romantic partner than you care to let them know. And then they don't get the full end of the stick. I know, Aquarius. I'm Aquarius moon, and sometimes we think everybody knows what we know, and it's not the case, right? Sometimes we have to actually physically say these things. Sometimes we have to take that risk, right? And this is judgment, and it's reversed here. So you may have felt like this person is wrong for you, or they may have felt like you were wrong for them, and they could have left. They could have took some action to leave in the first place here with that King of Wands. That's energy behind it. It's a masculine king. So whether you're watching for a woman or a man, they would have just been the masculine energy and took the matters into their own hands. So they've come towards you when they want you, or they'll leave you when they want, right? I feel like here with this judgment though, somebody hasn't quite woke up to their lesson. It might not even be you, Aquarius, here. It might be that the other person is still asleep. They may feel like they can keep doing it because you may not have put them in their place. You may have let them leave and do their thing, but you may have not put them in their place and, you know, told them, I don't want to be with you. You may have let it get to the point where they left you. So they're still walking around in this very same energy. I don't want to say player energy. It just seems to be that they think they can go and do whatever they want with no consequences here. It's like they're walking around asleep. You're dating the Walking Dead, Aquarius. I don't know. You did somebody who thinks, you know, they can do whatever they want, and I guess that's that ego as well. And you need to tell them, look, if you want to come back to me, because the judgment is also about second chances, you need to put them in their place in the very beginning. 5 of Cups. So if somebody comes back, it's because they're missing you. Okay, but I feel like, Aquarius, you're longing for a relationship, a meaningful one. And it starts with you. The minute we start looking outside ourselves, it becomes codependency. Again, not that we shouldn't have relationships outside ourselves, but know where you're coming from, know where you're starting, right? And where you want things to go, what you expect from another person. Some people in a relationship expect that you can be there every minute of every day, and it's just not possible. We have other things going on in life, right? So you need to communicate that to them. Look, I can't be with you every second of the day, but I do want to spend time with you. Whether this is a new relationship, whether this is a relationship that you're trying to fix and get back together, I feel this longing for passion and excitement, but with that judgment card there, I feel like it's this, you're looking for a real connection, something meaningful, something spiritual, something above all else here. Somebody may come and have this heart-to-heart conversation and say they miss you. The Strength, yeah. I guess you have to tell yourself, you know, when those little voices pop up and things like that, you know, that, oh, they don't mean it, they're sorry. You've got to let them say they're sorry, you know, rather than forgiving people who actually have done the work, you know, haven't done the work, sorry. You've got to really put a change here. This is card number 8, and that's related to the 8th house, Scorpio. So there's got to be a real change. I know you're strong enough to overcome most things, but does that mean you should have to put up with it just because you're strong enough to? You know, let this person do what they say. Let them be the King of Wands. Let them take action and, you know, not let it just be talk. And don't let somebody in just because you're missing somebody or longing for company. Do the work. Have that strength to say, you know what, if they're not right for me, or it's not the right time for me, I'm not going to do it yet. That Strength card is like battling your inner devil card, that inner codependency there, that need for somebody to be in your life. I know I'm saying it to you guys, and you know, you're used to being able to be off on your own. You're used to your own company. It's also not a great thing, right? Because we want to transcend the things that aren't really good for us. So here I'm seeing, you know, you really should be transcending like all the things that not negative about you. I don't think it's negative to be alone, but everything, you know, within reason. You can't just bolt for the hills every time you don't like something, right? And I know you guys, you probably treat people better than they treat you. So once you feel unwanted and things, you just scarper and run for it and just back away from it. You have that sort of strength. But the strength I'm talking about here is standing and dealing with it. You know, if somebody is not right, stand and deal with it. Don't head for the hills and things like that. And I get that, you know, you may feel like, well, I was taught if you've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything. But the thing is, if people are mistreating you, you should say something and not let them walk all over you. Because some people are like, I don't know why this Aquarius disappeared. Honestly, they're just oblivious to it. And I get it. I know. I expect people just to know as well. I expect people to be mind readers, but they're not. Four of Wands here, reverse. So it's like you had this false start. You know, you started up a relationship with somebody and it went left somewhere. But I feel like it's because of lack of communication. Maybe we could have worked this out if you would have communicated. Maybe we could have, not you Aquarius, I'm just saying, right? I'm channeling the message. So it's like this feeling of, if somebody left you, you may have said, you know what, maybe we could have even fixed this. You didn't hang around to fix it. You didn't try and make effort towards me, or I didn't try and make effort towards you. We just built this foundation and then just left it. So it's like there's some ruins somewhere of your relationship or things like that. You both just exited the building there. But this is 11-11. So I feel like you're seeing these signs because it's unfinished business. So maybe it's not about getting back together with your ex, but it's about looking at previous relationships, maybe looking at where it went left. Maybe looking at when you exited the building, you didn't demand answers from them because you felt like it was just better to leave them be. But really and truly, do you not deserve an answer? Do you not deserve those words that somebody says, you know what, you made this mess, so face up to it, right? You deserve better than what you've been getting up until now. These false starts, building with somebody, and then they leave and you've just there with a building, this foundation with the Four of Wands. And then it all falls down like a house of cards. It's just like, it's not acceptable. I know there's now some challenges with this Five of Cups in maybe even expressing how you feel, even to a new person or to any person. It can be people in your family. You may feel like, I'm not going to express myself because I'll put myself in a vulnerable position. I'm strong enough to get through this on my own. But again, I don't really want you guys doing that. I want you to be able to get it out of you. Something that's within us like that can turn into really nasty things. So I don't want you guys keeping things to yourself. I want you to trust that you're making the right decisions with the right people and confiding maybe even in the right people here. So again, Six of Swords reversed here. So you may have felt like, well, nothing's going to change or move forward here in the love department. I'm telling you it will, okay? Everybody's had these delays in the readings. That's all I keep seeing, delays, delays, delays. But the delays are going to be over very shortly. Before the end of November, the delays will be over. We see this fiery energy with the King of Wands coming in. We see the Strength card there coming in. Things are going to start picking up now. This is Mars energy. So don't worry if you felt like, well, nothing's going to change, nothing has changed. Take this time to work on you and love you. And I'm telling you, there'll be an amazing change. You don't need somebody else to build for, Aquarius. You are worthy enough to build for. So maybe you become a better person when you're helping other people, but know your worth here. You deserve it. So the Nine of Swords. It's so funny. Before I started these readings today, I was listening to the TV, and Alicia Keys, Have You Ever Tried Sleeping with a Broken Heart, came on the TV. And it made me think of the Nine of Swords. Like, Anybody who's had a broken heart knows you don't sleep. Anybody knows that Nine of Swords is that anxiety that builds up and you can't sit still and you can't go to sleep and you can't do anything. And when it's reversed here, it's like you're not thinking clearly at all. So you are not helping yourself. You may be in a little rut where you're thinking quite negatively. But I hope that these things will be changing for you guys. Like I said, once Mars goes direct, right now you could be being misunderstood. Mercury's retrograde, and you know, it can be bringing all of these old feelings when you did have a broken heart, so you don't want to put yourself out there again, and it's all these memories coming flooding back, and you know, things like that. This memory of loss or sleepless nights or something you experienced. Remember that you had the strength to overcome every single one of your worst days. And maybe you was even giving to people like you was whole and healed and everything at your worst times. So what I'm saying, Aquarius, is invest in you. You know, face it, if you're feeling these feelings, it's okay not to be okay, and say, hey, I'm not okay. Maybe I can't sleep because this is coming back to my mind from the past. It's like you need to talk about it, get it out. 8 of Wands now, yeah, talking about it. I believe that somebody's going to come forward here, text you. Maybe somebody from your past. It could be a new relationship coming towards you here, but I feel like you've got unfinished business with a previous relationship, whether you want to be with them or not, okay? So just bear that in mind. You don't have to be with somebody. It's just that situation is being, you know, you're being asked to look at it. How much did you give and how much did you receive? You know, then the obstacles will be moved out of your way for you to move forward with the 8 of Wands there. Or this conversation comes in to move you forward in life, to finally get past this and understand it's not your fault. It's nobody's fault. It happened because it happened, and that's healing. Well, you know, when we're not blaming anybody, that's when we're healed, okay? And this is, again, the Knave of Cups. So this is Page of Cups. This is somebody now wearing their heart on their sleeve. And I believe, like what I was saying to you guys, the same. Let people know what it is you want. You know, wear your heart on your sleeve. The right people will not run away from you. You don't have to be strong all the time. And you don't have to be the one giving all the time. You can be receiving. You are worthy of receiving. I believe that there is a loving message coming in that sort of melts your heart, if you like. It's not that you've got an ice cold heart. I just feel that it sort of eases, you know, what's been going on with you through 2019, 2020. I believe you start to move forward now and process it, and that's how we heal, and that's how we transform. Another 8 with the 8th house there, that's about transformations and change and endings and things like that. So I believe you bring an end to all this 9 of Swords energy and this feeling of not moving forward and not on and feeling stuck. And yeah, beautiful Queen of Cups now. So not only nurturing yourself, allowing yourself to be nurtured, to be loved, because you give so much. So just remember that the divine would not want somebody who's so loving, so giving, so strong and there for everybody else to have nothing and nobody. You are worthy of love. So accept some. Good luck, guys.